Saint Lucia's natural resources, seas, landscape sites and biodiversity are under threat. The culprit is none other than climate change. The Saint Lucia National Trust is currently working with stakeholders to design a protected areas policy for the island. The trust deliberated on the policy with consultants in the south.
Saint Lucia has a number of protected areas, but these protected areas need more effective management. Another reason why this is important is because over the last few years we have noticed that the impact on the environment caused by the climate change, and a policy of this nature is going to ensure that Saint Lucia can adapt, can put in the measures that are required to adapt to the existential threat of climate change.
Conservation Manager of the Slnt, Augustine Dominic, says that while the island has a number of protected areas, coordinated management of these areas is a challenge.
Saint Lucia needs to look critically at the situation with regards to the management of these protected areas. It needs to look critically as to the impact of development on its natural resources, and how it can put in place policy that can drive effective management of those natural resources and those protected areas.
Point Sab in Vieux-Fort is among the areas under protection. The policy will set the stage to review and implement the Slnt's system plan for preserved landmarks and sites.
The project itself is establishing an enabling environment for the effective management of the Point Sab environmental protection area. But this one component, the policy component, is addressing a national concern, a national need. It is, even if for a number of years now the Trust has spearheaded the development of a systems plan for protected areas, that plan has not been adopted, and the policy protected areas will pave the way for a review of that systems plan and lead to its possible adoption.
Consultants presented a status report on protected areas with policy considerations.
Well, we've been able to identify some key priority areas for the protected areas policy, financing, sustainable financing being one of them, and a focus on improving the institutional arrangements, the management structure, the architecture of management from a governance level for protected areas. That's one of the key challenges that existed beforehand, and so the key area of focus will be on looking at that, as well as identifying any areas in the legal framework that need updates as well.
The Opicor-Simos Farmers Association is working with the Saint Lucia National Trust to establish an environmental protection area for the marine area in the Southern Belt, which includes Molashik to Honeymoon Bay.
I think it's a good initiative, and I think sustainability is a key issue that right now we have to really push in terms of the sea moss farmers. We have the blue economy also, which is a great aspect which we, the CMOS farmers, we fall under, I think, most of the areas under the blue economy. So I think this initiative today, it's very welcoming, and I think it shall enlighten us a lot in this area of sustainability.
Consultants will gather suggestions from key stakeholders and compare best practices in the region and internationally to develop a protected areas policy for the island. Gina Filippi, HDS News Force.